Hello, everyone. Greetings. This is Interstellar Radio. This is June 23rd, 2019. So we have Retro on the line, and we're going to go into a little bit deeper depths than we have before, but we are going to go into familiar territory. So we'll bring him on the line if I can get this to work right. Well, I think you're going to have to unmute yourself because I can't do it. I don't know if you can hear. I'll cut that out.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. I'll just leave that in.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. That's good. Hello, it's just Retro. Last time we were here, we were speaking with AR, and we ended up doing some questions at the end. And I'm going to let Ivan kind of lead this time. And for those who are wondering, I'm actually kind of between channeling and remote viewing. I'm not sure how to describe it. So.
Yep. Yes, that's exactly.
I'm so conscious. It's I haven't learned quite to do it the same way that Neutron has yet. So.
Well, we're about to open those doors up. So.
Yeah.
So we'll go.
Yeah.
We're going to go easy.
Right, so,
whatever you're comfortable with. Just let AR do your stuff. Whatever you like to do.
I'm sending AR and some Palladians here too as well.
Very good.
Yes.
Okay.
Blessings. Okay.
Blessings.
All right, you lead on where you'd like to go, if you'd like.
Oh, wherever AR likes to take us first.
Okay.
Whatever you like to do. Wherever you feel comfortable.
Okay. I feel like we're kind of on the moon. It's a very quick moving moon. There's no atmosphere here.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like it's really moving quite fast because, like, it might be stray. I'm not sure. It's like seeing the sky moving really fast. It's like some sort of solar wind effect.
Mm.
It feels like a moon or some sort of rocky body that's going really fast.
I got Jupiter's energies from that.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like a very large swirling mass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try the ground and kind of get a sense of where it's going.
Sure.
Okay, a lot of the work is done underground. There's a staircase they're going down. It goes down maybe about 50, 60 feet. It's pretty well hidden underground. I can see just a big tunnel. I'm trying to get a sense of this place. It feels like fairly public to me.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of hallways. There's a very long one I'm going to. It looks like it might be transportation, like a tunnel you take a train to. Yes, that's what it is. It's kind of like an underground train, I think.
Wow.
Not a train to say, but more like almost like a roller coaster kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just more of a straight line. Okay. Going into a lot of different directions. So I'm going to take us. Okay, it takes us to, it looks like a laboratory, a medical, almost. It's a very medical feeling there. I might have been experimented on here. It feels like I'm on a table. I'm laying down on some kind of table, and above me there's a hexagonal set of lights. No, it's not hexagon, maybe septagon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so good at shades yet. And he's there. He's kind of also trained a little bit in medicine, I think. AR is also somewhat medically inclined, but I'm also thinking there's some sort of flower they're working on too. It's not just that it's not just medical. There's also just kind of a lot of biological science. A lot of biological science is going on there.
Mhm.
Flowers. Okay, the flower is used as medicine. Something taken in, and I think it's a past life memory where they're taken in to take some kind of medicine, or it's the flower testing. Let's see, what does this do? Oh, it's clearing vision. That's what I think it is. They have some kind of medicine for vision. I think maybe my vision has always been kind of um yeah. Oh no, it's taken me somewhere. It's sort of like it's a psychedelic plant too. I think.
Mhm. Hmm.
So Zeta's on psychedelic. That's kind of interesting, isn't it?
that that makes a lot of sense. Helps them think.
What's that?
Helps them
Oh yeah,
think.
yeah. Because now it's like seeing how kind of like pearlescent white kind of um yeah. I mean, take like a pearlescent white kind of light and all surrounded in. So I'm not getting much more detail than that, but yeah, it's a sort of it is a sort of medicine they take. It's like very pinkish flower. It looks like that helps them kind of you know it takes them into a different reality where they're sort of there to think and reflect.
Wow.
It sort of it takes them out of their
Yeah.
and it has to be washed over. It seems like maybe
Yeah.
they have to be monitored while it's on there because it's more like it shuts them out from the rest of the world so they can just kind of be in there at their own kind of subconscious, their own mind. It
Mhm.
seems like it's their own private world. It's kind of like it's um a double reality almost, but it's supposed to have to be measured, monitored there. It's probably not safe alone.
Is this something they do often?
They do this often. See, um, some I'm getting maybe like every 2 to 3 years, Earth years. It seems
Okay.
like so.
Hmm. Kind of like a
Some they
party.
do it. They some they do it like more like 5 to 7 years. I guess it's dependent on person. Like you probably don't want to get too attached to this kind of thing, but
Is
it's
it?
good. It's something that you want to. It's something that's good to do in moderation. And like the idea of moderation might be, you know, 2 years to 7 years.
And
Um,
they do this with other Zetas,
other Zetas.
or just what by themselves?
It seems like it's a very private thing,
Wow.
but you do have someone monitoring you.
Wow.
Um, I can imagine the reason why you'd had someone monitoring you is because if your shadows got out too quickly,
Yep.
you'd want to be able to get out of the experience.
Yeah, makes sense.
hmm Um, let's see. Okay, so they're taking some sort of helmet off me. I guess they measure that. They measure you with like a helmet of some kind while you're in there. Um, oh, they seem pretty happy with what happened there, like memory-wise. Like,
Hmm.
I guess it's sort of they kind of learn from each other that way too, is by observing what people do under this state.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if it's just Zetas, because I kind of feel like it is more of a Zeta cultural thing. It feels like more maybe yeah, it feels more like a Zeta cultural thing. I'm not sensing any Pleiadian doing it or anything else doing that. But Trillians probably would not do that as much. Um, it might be kind of looked down on if you do it too much.
Yeah.
So it feels like sort of a cultural thing.
Yeah. Well, feels like the Palladians, they have their own form of it, like we do here.
Yes. So it feels like this is very something that's specific to the Zeta experience. Maybe the Pleiadians have their own things that work. But I think this works well for Zetas, chemistry wise. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, it does look like a very flowering plant. It's very pinkish colors. Um, I don't know. I'm not really good at botany, but it it looks like a tropical flower almost.
Hmm.
Um, very ancient. I'm guessing it's. I think it used to link back to almost a religious ceremony.
Hmm.
Um,
I feel some Anunnaki energies around it.
yeah, I kind of thought that might be right. Yeah, in Anunnaki.
Hmm.
But that kind of feels the same way. Like you might have a shamanic ceremony, on Earth. It's kind of older.
Hmm.
Um, it's something you prepare for. But it's deep underneath this moon or fast moving rock. It's public, so it's not something it's not a really big secret per se. It's underground, but it seems like it's just more of more. I guess that's the way. At least you can go to do it, where you're not really. It's not supposed to be like private. At the same time, it's not meant to be in the public either.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it doesn't require security. It just requires somewhere out of the way to do it.
Okay.
Um, kind of like humans would like they'd go to the mountains and
Yeah.
do their thing up there.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Um, um, let's see. I'm trying to get any data I
Me too.
can. Oh, looks like there's a brain scan that they do while you do that too. You kind of got like
Hmm.
I think a screen like an oval shape, and it shows kind of like the colors lighting up there, and it's kind of observing that way, and it's getting all this kind of data. Um, run. It's actually a portal here.
Oh, neat.
I think.
Yeah.
You sensing
Yeah.
that? I just saw like
Yep.
a
So,
something
this
open. So yeah,
small one.
yeah, small portal. Yes. So you could probably go here if you're on a planet somewhere, and it's easy to go to the moon and back. That way you don't have to fly there. Um, as I said, a larger number of Zeta is kind of walking in. Looks like maybe there's some sort of ceremony or something where they're all leading now. I can't tell. Um, mm. Yeah, it is. This does seem like it's more of a religious, almost religious ceremony. It's not maybe quite the same anymore, but at one
It's
point it was more of a, yeah, it's a cultural
it's
thing.
a yeah, it's a cultural ceremony
Hmm.
of their society,
Yeah,
you could say.
yeah, that's right. Because I think that they either came back from the meeting or some sort of after party. Um, they're kind of leading to go back home. Because there's too many here to be at once monitored. There's like at least 20.
So
It seems like.
yeah, they go there to balance each other. My feeling is.
Yeah, yeah. We kind of came late, I think. AR and I kind of came late. We just kind of did that there, and then now people are filing out to exit. Um, Okay, I'm seeing looks like pyramid-shaped rockets. It looks like small ones that kind of that goes around the atmosphere of Saturn or the moons, and it's just all around Saturn. It's like a small pyramid-shaped rockets with 3 thrusters on the side. It looks like.
Hmm.
Um, it's only like one man rocket, I think.
Mm-hmm.
One man craft, and it's only going to go around the planet. It looks like. Um, let's see. Hmm. What else am I getting? So, we're leaving the planet now. It looks like. I think it's. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, now I think we're taking me to some sort of inner temple. It seems like you after you take the left. Um, there's lots of like water there. It's very. It seems like the Zeta to me are kind of the water-based. Almost has like an Asian, like an Eastern Asian feel. Like very water-based, small waterfalls in garden space inside of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's probably where they net up the Thor, and they're taking us there now because it's not as crowded. Um, so it looks like they just an inner garden. That's seeing lots of like waterfalls. It's very energetic there. There's like, high energy here too. Um, they had a hard time actually getting in here at first. I think there's sort of a higher energy sequence here that's
Hmm.
maybe charging. Something's here charging.
Hmm.
There's a generator underneath the garden. I feel like something with the garden incorporated with it that's underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's some sort of crystal underneath the that's underneath it is programmed, I think, to charge it.
Hmm.
It's also keeping the plants alive and the water clean and moving. So, um, are you sensing anything like that?
Yeah, I'm sensing it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a chamber. It looks like an elevator just came down to chamber.
Hmm.
Um, oh, so taking us deeper down to the center. Yeah, so it looks like some sort of engineering area too. Lots of staircases and metal pathways. Sort of underground, very deep underground. It's something almost like a database too. It's where they store the data and where the workers stay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 'Cause it's very dark down here, except for some scattered lights, some blues and reds. And you see these metal catwalks and stairs, and you see the generators, and it looks like storage, information storage, processing units, all the things that kind of work with computers. Um, and you go further inside, it's a little more casual there. It's not as businessy. There's offices there. It's a little more casual. It feels like people could live down here. The thing I'm kind of getting is it feels like it functions almost as a bunker as well if it needed to be,
Mm-hmm.
because it's almost not maze-like, but it's very deep in. There's different layers to it,
Mm-hmm.
and you have the employees, and then you have people that kind of live inside. It feels like if you needed to, it feels like a potential area for emergency bunker. Um,
So they're monitoring. What are they doing?
I think they're just monitoring and collecting data from the the trips that you take. It's because it's also the way I'm getting it. Like you know how they observe the Zetas, they tend to observe a lot more
Mhm.
things. They're not as mobile, so it's kind of like they take a lot more data information from what you experience when you're in there. Because you can experience anything when you're in that state. It's kind of the most free I feel like you can be. It's in that pocket dimension kind of thing.
Mhm.
When you're high, it's the most free you can be in a sense.
Yeah, I
So I
see
think
that.
it's measuring those experiences and measuring everything there, and kind of getting more knowledge from that, and it's kind of taking that knowledge and doing something with it. They're trying to analyze it. I think I'm not getting information on what to do with the data. I just know that it's kind of there collected, I believe. Um,
Are they watching Earth?
are they watching Earth? No, it feels like they're watching boundaries of the solar system more than the Earth. It feels like they're watching people coming in more than people who are already here. Um,
Are they watching other alien beings?
yeah, I think they're watching other ships.
Hmm.
They're watching mostly the horizon. It seems like it's scanning towards a lot of the Milky Way. Because it's showing me what I'm seeing now is like it's kind of the direction it's showing is towards the Milky Way, um, rather than Earth. So it's not so much about Earth because there's already station doing that, I imagine.
Hmm.
But it's more like it's just kind of maintaining, collecting information, security footage. It's not the most security intense there. It's just more like, hey, we'll take this information. We're out here. We'll get this information for you.
Hmm.
We're just doing our own thing here. We don't have this here because it's, security. You can't go wrong with that. Um, so it's kind of not meant to be a military installation. It's not meant to be very. It's not meant to be, the cops of the universe. It's just more. It's here as a backup, contingency, redundancy, um, for the people that are policing the system. It feels like there's a lot more redundancies. The whole thing. It seems like. So it's getting
So
this information. What's that?
they're sharing some of this with other alien beings.
It's showing the security side of it. The ship that you
Hmm.
record.
Hmm.
Because it acts as not only its own independent system meant for the Zetas, but it's also a security redundancy overall for other beings as well. You know, um, say it's reptilians want to come back to Earth and mess things up.
Hmm.
Um, that would be decided. So it's keeping an eye out there at the redundancy. That it's not intentionally meant to be security operation. It's just a redundancy. That's what I'm getting. And then information to other, the authorities.
Hmm.
Um, think of it as kind of like a traffic light camera.
Hmm.
It's gathering the information because it has the room to gather the information. Because I think the information they get from the psychedelic experiments is not as grand as you might think it would be. It takes up less space, so they have enough room to do uh double duty. It seems like because they have a lot more capacity in a small space than you might think for storage.
Oh.
Um, so it seems like it's a lot more redundancy there. Even though it's not a high security area, it's meant to be. If you need it, it's here, kind of thing.
Hmm.
It kind of like if it did go to high school, high school is also a storm shelter kind of thing. It's just kind of acts as a safeguard. Um, that's why I think it's easiest for me to get in here because it's not meant to be the first line of defense or the
Well,
last line, I should say.
yeah, it's not maximum security.
Right. It's just acting as, a local system if you need it.
I
But
keep
it's not focused on security. Yes.
yeah, I keep getting the feeling of Ashtar Command.
Yeah, I can probably see that there too. You're probably sending information to Ashtar Command.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, it's kind of like you at least get information from the traffic light camera. It's that same kind of deal. It doesn't seem like it's not integrated with Ashtar Command. It's just kind of
They
you know
they connect to it.
just yeah. Um, let's see if there's anything else about this area.
Sure.
Let's see. Hmm. Okay, we're going back up the staircases. It seems like back to the surface. Um, I'm not sure what I'm seeing right now. It looks like a pathway to something. The pathway goes into space, so I'm not sure what this is. Do you see anything that's like three-pronged? I'm not sure what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, it's an antenna, I think. It's a larger antenna. Um, yes, it's just an antenna I'm not familiar with. Okay, let's see. Anything else in the system? Okay, we're going to Mars, I think. Yeah.
Mm.
Looks like there's also some kind of hidden. It was once a hidden pyramid, but now it seems kind of decrepit.
The
Um,
Mars.
there is a. It looks like there's a mountain that's high the pyramid, but the pyramid itself is very worn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see if we can get in here. It's in a mountain, so it's okay. There's a large entrance to underneath it. There are caverns underneath it. Uh, and there's some sort of a large helical structure inside of it. I'm trying to get what it is. Uh, a large helix inside of it looks an eye. So it looks. What I'm getting from it is kind of like a large helix with an eye in the center of it. It's hard to decipher.
Mm.
Um, I think it is very Anunnaki,
Mm.
and also a cross, so it might be connected. Okay, yes, it's a very sensitive measurement system in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not only physical, there's a lot of astral in there too. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of it's not something I'm quite familiar with to say what it is. But it's measuring a lot of different sensitive information. It's connected to Anunnaki. Multidimensional. It's measuring things across dimensions. It's
Oh.
very strange. Um,
Yeah.
it definitely does feel Anunnaki to me. Um,
Yeah, and this is on Mars.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Um, it feels like it's older. It feels like it's been here like since Mars was a planet with it gets life on it. Yeah, it's also a very large pyramid. It looks like it looks like it kind of be archonic, but also not.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe a mix of archonic and Anunnaki.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also very Martian. You can kind of see the natural stone, but there's less. It's it wasn't always covered. Yes, there's just a crystal top to it. It looks like it was glowing. You could kind of see light coming from the top.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it looked like it might have been violet in color, like light purple, I think. Yes, it was there. It was the center of it was the center of the area around it. It's a very central location. Back then, the area around it used to be very populated. It's near a river. It looks like it's near some sort of river or canyon now. Um, but it used to be much more populated. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing some kind of reptilian beings around it too. That could be Anunnaki as well, or related to the Anunnaki.
Well, it feels like it's like a healing chamber of some kind.
Yes, I could see that too. Healing chamber inside there, that does feel like a very sensitive instrument, multidimensional too.
A Stargate of some kind too.
Possibly, but it seems like it's more like it's measuring the interference between dimensions. It seems like something to do with, because it's anchored in some dimension. Not sure.
Okay, so it's finding Stargates, you can say something like that.
Something like that. That's also sort of like it's measuring the interference with
Yeah.
the dimensions between the two.
Hmm.
So it seems like it's connected to Stargate. It might be connected to Stargate, but I'm not certain of that. It just seems like they're measuring dimensional interactions of some kind. It's very sensitive. I'm getting so. Um, it could be healing, used to heal. It could be also a generator. It, um, but it does seem like there's a definitely civilization that used to be around it too. But it's up in the mountains. It's kind of there's a river there. Now it's a canyon. It seems like I'm getting. But there was a reptilian-looking civilization there that could um that could be connected to our Anunnaki as well. Um, I don't think these were amphibious. There was water at the time, but these beings don't feel amphibious to me. They definitely feel more reptilian.
Hmm.
I'm seeing almost like alligator people, I think.
Mhm.
Like brownish green skin. Not a long snout, but medium, I'd say.
Yeah.
About 3 feet. No, 2 feet. Um, and they were bipedal too. It seems like,
Are some of them warrior like?
or like from what I'm getting, they weren't the most warlike. There are some that are more enthusiastic for war, but most of them at that area were not quite as warlike. It seems.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get anything else there. I feel like what I'm getting now is something that was a young society. As I get older, it seems more very regulated. I'm seeing an older number of their species, sort of like a hierophant figure. It's like a very set in their ways, legalistic. It seems like it might have been quite a um, cult-like society at some point. Um, Almost like our Middle East in some areas of today. Um, Kind of the same energy like from Iran or Saudi Arabia. It feels like that in a way. What else?
Wow.
Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to see if I can get information on how it might have ended. Okay, he does need to pay attention to the purple crystal on top, or light on top. Okay, yes, that. Okay, I think it might have had an explosion at one point. Um, upon getting it, I think there's some sort of explosive or meltdown of some sort there that happened that kind of destroyed the area around it. Um, yeah, and seeing like a ball of light coming around it too. The main structure is damaged. It's heavily damaged nowadays. It seems like, but there's still mountain around it that's masking it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still powered enough that they don't want people to find it and then use it their fair and use it to bad. So it's still hidden out there. But it seems like it's been hidden so long ago that anyone who's looking for it could try to find it. That's what I'm thinking.
That's is it more fourth dimension or?
Let's see. Yes, fourth dimension. It is tied to third dimension in some ways too. I'm getting kind of middle fourth dimension. Not quite demonic low fourth dimensional, but more middle fourth dimensional. But that's still tied to third dimension as well. So,
What about on Mars right now? Is it just rock and what they show on TV?
yes, all I'm seeing right now is it's rock. It's fairly pyramid shaped. But it's a lot rounder.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm seeing, it looks like maybe to the east of it is a canyon that wasn't there before. And it's kind of baked into the mountainside. It's not totally recessed. It's kind of it looks like it's part of the mountain chain around it. You wouldn't just tell if you were not looking for it.
Is there any? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
But it definitely would look kind of suspicious if you were looking at it, I think.
Is there any humans on Mars?
At this moment or at the time?
Right now.
Anything to Mars? I can't say I'm sensing anything. I'm not blocked. I'm sensing something, but I'm not blocked from sensing the reality of it.
What about underground?
Underground? Humans underground on Mars. It definitely feels like there's something underground, yes. But I don't know if there's humans on it, per se.
Okay.
But it is still human related.
Oh.
I can't tell for certain. There is something there that doesn't want you to know. I'm getting.
Yeah. See, I feel that. Yeah, you get blocked.
Yeah. So it's kind of yes, but I can't get details about it.
Or what kind? Is it like Earth humans or is it Martian humans?
I was looking for Earth humans. Let me check for Martian humans. Martian humans. I am seeing Martian humans. Yes. There are Martian humans there. They're not in this dimension. I think they're fourth dimensional or fifth dimensional. They had skin that kind of. They had a brown, ruddy skin, almost complexion. It's almost kind of a reddish brown color, but kind of ruddy. Maybe almost Indian, but they have light brown hair. It looks like.
Oh.
Fun seeing. They don't think they were. I don't think they wear shirts, but they are wearing pants of some kind. They look kind of tribal. They're not tattooed. They just look kind of maybe the more the tribal reality.
No.
Yes, it looks anything longer, long brown hair, tan complexion. Almost Indian complexion. maybe more Middle Eastern or Mediterranean or Indian kind of. Um, they're friendly. It seems like friendly enough. You just
Do,
try.
do their eyes look all kind of strange? Like, do they have like? Do they look like they're mutated or anything, or do they look like normal? Or your idea of
Um,
normal?
I'm having a hard time seeing. Say,
That's okay. I mean,
I see a lot of them there. They just kind of. I think they want to be connected to.
hmm.
Um, do you feel anything at all?
Yeah, I feel their welcome energy is there. They're not showing me.
Yeah,
I feel like you're connecting to the correct energy though.
yeah. They want to be connected to. I think and they could answer a lot of questions about Mars. It seems like.
Well,
Um,
the ones I'm feeling that are like mutated, I guess they had like a nuclear reactor or something blow up there.
mhm.
It's the only energy I'm getting from that. Let's see if you can get anything.
Mm.
Maybe not.
Hold on, I'm not getting something. I'm just gonna say they were the slaves of the reptilians at some point.
Wow.
Let me just make sure that's correct. 'Cause yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's what I'm getting. It feels like they were once maybe enslaved at some point.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it looks like maybe something that killed off or removed the reptilians left some of the humans there. Um,
Wow.
uh, it feels like. Um, does that seem correct to you?
Yeah. Yeah. It feels
Um,
like. Well, when their world was destroyed, they got under reptilian control.
hmm.
It
But it
doesn't.
seems like it
Yeah.
feels like they're freer now than they were.
Yeah. Yeah. It feels like they're free now. Well, what I'm leading up to the secret space program. I don't know if there's anything they can.
Anything on the secret space program? Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, don't trust anything you hear. I think it says.
Wow.
Let me just make sure.
Yeah, it got really dense when you said that.
Mm. I'm not saying that there is no secret space program, but I gotta make sure I understand what they're saying about that.
Yeah.
Hmm. It seems like there's an agenda of why it's out there that I'm not getting anything about that per se. Um, it could be used. I'm trying. I don't understand what I'm getting here. Um, it seems like it's being used partially to discredit something. Discredit the tale because it seems like it's trying to be pushed out there as the official alien story. That way, you know what? That way, it's kind of like when you do have aliens here, or when they're about to, it's kind of going to be discredited, and it's going to disappear people and getting.
Hmm.
So to look at the plan is so that if you hear this big story that's built up to be so true, and it's there's hype for it and everything, secret space program, ooh, it's all the rage, it's all the hype out there. I feel like they're trying to build that up so that when it becomes not true or not entirely true, um, it kind of gets disappointed and jaded, yeah, about that. You still think there's aliens out there, kind of thing, like that.
Hmm.
Or you still lead the secret space program? That's kind of the thing I'm getting, I think, from that.
There must be
Um,
some version of it that's true.
yes, there is some truth to it, but
Hmm.
I do feel like
So it's been.
there is a lot of psychological operations to it.
Yeah. Wow.
There is some sort of element of like false hyped up truth to it. I feel like.
Hmm. So
Um,
the stuff that's told that people can confirm, ways they say it's confirmed, might not be true. That makes sense.
um,
It's coming from so-called credible people.
yes, I think it's when it comes to, I think that's the case. Is like there's plenty of things out there that are actually false or not the entire truth.
Mm-hmm.
It could be based on some truth, but it's also partly fabricated.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Um,
I got
so
you.
that it's self discrediting. So people like us, people who are if people go on to the hold on, if people go on to the secret space program stuff and they find out this stuff is discredited, um, then it's going to cast a shadow on other alien-related activities.
Wow.
Um, on other, so it's actually meant to delay us a bit.
Hmm. Oh, the scare people.
No, I don't think it's there to scare people. I think it's just there to discredit, um,
Wow.
the whole extraterrestrial enthusiast community kind of thing. Um, it's there to discredit people who are actually getting information from the correct sources.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it kind of like, when back in a decade ago, atheism was going into a larger
Mm-hmm.
growth pattern in response to more the tried and told story. And now we're having more of the independent spirituality, and in some cases, the more independent side of spirituality is getting mocked by those same atheists, because they're not getting the new paradigm completely. They're getting this sort of accepted paradigm of the alien reality that's not entirely correct. So in a sense, the secret space program, so called, is a new religion.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Um,
Oh, so it's like fictional is like or mythology, same as religion is. Yeah, I got you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's like mythology is similar to religion. Then the stories.
Yes, it seems like there are certain things in there meant to disprove it later.
Yeah, makes
To
sense. Wow.
this info, so that it takes longer to get where you need to go. As
Hmm.
far as the truth is going. Um, do you feel that too?
Oh yeah. I Well, my question is, so do we have like humans here that are going into the fourth dimension connecting to whatever you want to call the true version of the secret space program, like a military? That makes
Hmm.
sense.
Let me see. I'm getting a yes and no.
Hmm.
Um, Even the people who are getting into the true stuff, it's layers of truth. I'm feeling like um, there are people who know about the lies, but they're also not getting the whole truth themselves.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah. Well, like, do we have like physical people like
In the space station,
in our
in the
government going, using technologies to go into the fourth dimension,
oh,
something like that?
I'm getting a no in this. I
No.
think they're trying to, but something's not quite ready yet.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's more. We have not. I think it's sort of limited by what the extraterrestrials will allow in some senses.
Hmm. Hmm.
But even then, I'm guessing like the technology still needs to be developed here. I'm getting it's not entirely safe to
To
go
do
into
that.
fourth. Yes, you can't just walk into fourth dimension. You kind of you have to do it the same way everyone else does it psychically, in
Yeah.
no sense.
Yes.
But to actually like you know become fully into the fourth dimension, um,
No.
it's not safe. If I'm thinking. Um,
Well, how about we switch gears to this is still related to a shadow government. Can the Martians say something about that? Or AR?
Can you repeat the question?
The
I'm
shadow
sorry.
government, can they anything they had to say about that? You know, like the secret government?
Oh, let me see. It seems like some of them are leaving. I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
Yeah, some of that.
I'm seeing suitcases.
Hmm.
I think they're going onto other planets to do their own thing they can't do on Earth. They're looking at their easier planets to do their work on. Some numbers aren't at all, of course.
Interesting. So, well, how would AR or the Martians describe the secret space program then? Whatever we can get.
Okay, one sec. The font to keep you. I think it's meant. I think it's a font. I think it also is a test in a sense.
Yeah.
A font to keep you in doubt. It's a test. It's one getting verbally. It seems like. Um,
Hmm.
it's a test to see how you react to the truth, even if it's a very odd version of the truth.
Yeah. Well, it's
Um,
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Just so it's like it's getting us used to the alien energies.
Hmm.
It's kind of like the alien Bible, kind
Hmm.
of.
But I'm also getting the alien Bible that is also partly man-made,
Yeah.
just as part of the Bible is
Yeah.
man-made. So it's kind of like, okay, you've got this religion, and it's going to be known as a religion at some point. Are you still going to be ready? Are you going to call? Are you going to, divorce yourself from the whole alien experience entirely, or are you going to try to find the truth?
Hmm.
That's the kind of test I think they're going for. It's like, are you going to become the atheist, or are you going to become more as a spiritual and try to ascend to the fifth dimension or the whatever dimension you want to go to? Like you get raised up by in this, Islam or Christianity in a very, not so spiritual family, but you still have that background, and eventually you begin to doubt that, okay, which direction are you gonna go? You're gonna go the atheist route, or you're gonna go the spiritual route, you know? Um, does it make sense?
Yeah. Interesting.
So are you going to, okay, you hear this thing is not entirely correct,
Hmm.
or it's debunkable. It's doesn't sound quite right.
Hmm.
Are you going to toss the whole thing out and just go back to where you were, or are you going to look for the truth?
Yeah, makes sense.
Um,
So it's technically kind of leading you towards the truth
mm-hmm,
using story, you know,
mm-hmm.
like discernment. I'm getting the word I got.
Yeah, discernment. If you look at the word and get it, discern, it wants to see. It's teaching people how to discern
Yeah.
more. So you can either become more discerning after you hear the lie or thought, or you can turn it back entirely and go back the way you came from. Um,
Interesting. So, all right, this is still connected to that about like our so we have some kind of alien technology that we're using through stealth technologies and
mhm.
well, some people said we're like 30 years more advanced in the secret space program. What's going on with that?
30-year more advanced. It feels like 50. I'm thinking.
Okay, so there is something there. Okay.
It feels yeah. Um, there is definitely some sort of secret space program. It's just not the whole story you're getting.
It's not the whole. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Um, it feels actually maybe a little more calm than what you think it might be. It's not as exciting. I'm getting.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But it's a lesson for us in the long
hmm
run. It's just
Yeah.
so that's its real purpose, really.
I'm also getting that there's a lot of ego attached to it.
Yeah.
People kind of you actually kind of 6-inch fish. You say you call a 9-inch
Yeah.
or 9 foot, I should say.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. 6 foot, 9 foot, whatever. Yeah.
I got
Um.
you. I got you.
hmm
What about other dimensions that are watching us?
Um. Let's see.
Well, I say alien.
I'm sorry.
Alien dimensions like an archon dimension that's watching us.
Um. I'm hearing the word steady. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steady.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
No, not STUED. I'm saying STEADY.
Oh, steady.
Yes. I don't know.
Huh. Feels like they don't want to go into detail on that.
No. Um. No, there's no detail on that yet.
It's okay.
Um. I do think the Martians had something to say. The Martian
Sure.
humans.
Sure.
Um. I'm trying to get a name from them. It sounds like. Do you get a name from them at all? What they're going to be called? I do think like they need to. They want to be connected with more. To learn more from them. I feel like they want to have more interaction with other people. They're more aware of us. They are watching us. I feel like they might be part of our guides in some ways.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Um,
Well, Martian Collective.
Martian Collective.
Yeah.
That's Martian Collective. That seems like it. Martian humans. It seems like
Martian
most.
humans. Okay.
Something. I'm not getting the correct full word. It's like Arrow Knights. Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you hearing anything more specific like that?
Like Arrow Knights, Arrow,
Arrow Knight. I don't know.
something like that. Yeah.
I'm not getting a full word. But that's just kind
No.
of what it sounds. Are you hearing anything like
Martian Knights,
Martian Knights and thing?
something like that. Yeah. I don't know.
Could be related to Ares, like the warrior.
Yeah. Yeah. But they are warriors, that's for sure.
Yes. It could do with AR comes from there. Arrow Knights.
Arrow Knights. Yeah.
Arrow Knights, something like that. I'm
Yeah.
not certain.
Yeah.
I'm only saying like, I feel like it's more like an introduction on their behalf.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Definitely.
they are kind of watching us, even on a different dimension. They're more aware of us,
Mm-hmm.
even though people don't connect to them as much. So it seems
Mhm.
like they want to be connected with. It seems like, or some of them do at least.
Mm-hmm.
These Martians. Um,
Yeah, explains. I don't really connect to the secret space program that much.
I
do what I can, but I don't get much out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of the Martian city. It's kind of the petal shaped, like petals. It looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at the central plaza, it's kind of carved in. It kind of looks like a flower carving kind of thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
carved inside of the rock in the sand
Well,
itself, or in um, it's like monolithic city. It looks like it's kind of. It looks almost like a floral design to it.
in the fourth dimension.
Yes, it seems like.
Okay.
Because the Mars that they're on is the red planet. It's still that's beautiful, like kind of daring too. It is like a desert, like our
Mhm.
Mars is. It seems like, but they live in it was like these carved cities, almost like that one in Turkey.
Hmm.
Göbekli Temple or something, I can't remember.
Hmm.
Göbekli Tepe.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me of that in a way, or the cities that the Native Americans around the four corners lived in Colorado. Um, it's kind of baked inside of the ground in different layers.
Hmm.
And it's kind of a different. It looks almost like a crop circle or a
Yeah.
floral pattern kind of
Yeah, I can see
design
that.
to it. Yeah.
I feel the circle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like a underground circle.
It's on the surface too.
Hmm.
There's a pattern carved on the surface. It's like a. I want to say rosette, but I'm not sure if that's the word. That's what I'm kidding. Um, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's the entrance to an underground city.
Mm-hmm.
The center seems almost religious itself in some ways. It's ceremonial, but it's also yes. It seems like houses are surrounding the inside of the city. Businesses inside of these petal shapes. Um,
Okay.
and it's facing the central plaza where ceremonial's in there. It seems like. Um,
What about uh the Illuminati energies? Are they from our planet? Are they connected to Mars?
Illuminati.
Yeah.
I'm actually getting more Venus.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, Venus makes sense actually. Uh, because if you think about mythologically, Venus is connected to the light bringer, the morning star,
Hmm.
um, Lucifer, the
Mm-hmm.
bright shining, and then you have the Illuminati. It feels like connected to Venus in a way. Because they're also very rich, living the wealthier life,
Mm-hmm.
even in secrecy. So it's kind of the very dark side of Venus in some sense.
Hmm.
Almost Luciferian.
That's on
Um,
Mars.
what? No, Venus.
Oh, really? That's on Venus. Oh,
The Illuminati is connected to Venus more than Mars.
oh, that's interesting.
Um,
Interesting. That makes sense. Yeah. That's,
yes.
hmm.
Let's see. Kind of trying to connect to Venus if I can about this.
Yeah.
Let's see, is AR still? I think I'm connected to the Venus herself in a sense.
Hmm.
Um, and then she's showing me there's a side of her that's kind of abused in a sense, or sort of like Venus is connected to love and lust and all that and duty,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also the darker abused side of her. And I think that kind of the Illuminati kind of looking at her both as the darker side, but also the light side
Mm-hmm.
in a sense. I'm not sure if it's you that channeled it or someone else, but they had another story similar like this where um, the thing that had a angry side and happy side, and people would look in the center. I think there's someone else that channeled that.
Yeah.
Um, but kind of like that, they see both the beautiful side and the ugly, darker side of
Mm-hmm.
Venus.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of keeping that in balance. They're kind of all about that sort of life. It seems like it's very Venusian, and also it's more balanced than I think. Even the dark side seems more balanced, and then the light side of the Illuminati is aware of the dark.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about keeping things in balance. It's kind of it's hard to explain what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm. That's all right.
But it's sort of like how people on the left hand path, like a magic they still interact with the lighter side, and the light side is the right hand path is more. They worship the lighter side, but they're aware of the darker side, and they respect that too. So those sides are paying equal respect to Venus in some sense. It seems like, but and that they are opposing each other. So the Illuminati do seem very deeply connected to Venus in some sense.
So they're kind of like watching over our planet from there, something like that.
On a higher dimension, yes, I think.
Yeah.
Not on Earth, not in this dimension, not like they're still here on Earth, but at the same time, there's an astral aspect of the Illuminati on Venus.
Yeah.
That's watching Earth.
Yeah.
Because there definitely is I'm getting a very strong link, like a very. I don't want to say reverence, but it does feel like that in some sense with Venus. Especially with the celebrity aspect of the Illuminati. It does feel very, very tied with Venus.
Makes sense. So I want to go back to secret space program. So some of these people are remembering, they have memories. So those are like astral memories, or like implant memories.
One moment, I gotta kind of center again.
Yeah, take your time. It gets kind of deep.
Yeah. It feels like there are more legit memories than there are fake ones. Actually.
Okay.
As far as people remembering things they're not the people who are lying. It seems like there are more people that are remembering things there, and it's harder to control than you might think.
But they are remembering astral experiences, though. Is that right?
Yes, in a sense. Maybe some physical as well. I'm not certain. I feel like the astral memories are easier to manipulate than the physical ones. They are trying to manipulate things in a bit in some ways. I'm getting that it's not easy to do. I'm not getting much more than that. But I do feel like there is kind of a if they know what they're doing, they can another thing's clearer. They can get rid of the implants. They can suss things out if they know what they're doing. So it's sort of it's very much on the experiencer's terms more so than it is the implanters. That makes sense. Because they can choose to reject the implant memories. Implanted things.
Okay, I gotcha.
So I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so kind of interference here.
Yeah.
Well, I get interference from the Men in Black.
Yeah, I think so.
So they're in the I guess they want me to ask about them. So my feeling is they're in the fourth dimension, but they can materialize in the third dimension. Wherever you can get.
Hold on. Let me see.
Might be blocking.
It could just be myself too. because it's
It's not the most comfortable energy to connect with.
yeah. In some areas, I think they can materialize.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they can materialize on spaceships easier than they can on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm not sure certain why.
So that's why they keep their presence here kind of quick. They show up, intimidate, and
I'm
leave.
sorry.
This is why they show up,
Yes.
intimidate, and then take off because they can't stay in this dimension very long. Something like
Yes,
that.
it seems like they had to. It seems like they have to kind of stay. They are able to materialize on a spaceship. It seems like, just outside of the Earth itself, but they don't really have as much of a presence on Earth itself. Anything that they have to manage on Earth, like they manage like other things as well. Like they do the CIA.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I thought the CIA and Men in Black are connected.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yes.
But fourth dimensional CIA, you can say.
Yeah. So it does feel like they have to be in space in order to materialize and then show up. They can't do it on Earth and getting.
But they do.
For some reason.
But there are sightings of them.
Yes, they can be on Earth physical, but they can't materialize on Earth itself. It seems like.
Oh, so how do they?
For some reason. They had to do it in a spaceship. I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. So they materialize as a third dimensional spaceship or something like that, or
it seems like that.
because their car is like a spaceship itself.
Yeah.
I'm gathering.
So it feels like they had to materialize separately, then go to where they want to go.
Because there are sightings of them appearing and disappearing.
I'm sorry?
There are sightings of them appearing and disappearing.
They could like cast. Let me get what I'm seeing. Yes, I think they can do that quickly.
Yeah, for a short
But they
time.
had to be here for very. Yeah, for a short time. But if they had to be here for any period of time, they had to start off planet and then come down. I'm getting. It's easier to do things in space for some reason.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I think it could be some sort of radioactivity, or some sort of something radiating from the planet itself that there's interference with it. I'm getting. So it's hard to maintain down here.
So they're
It's not
manipulating.
easy for them. It's very stressful.
Yeah.
To do it down here.
So they do it. So, like the secret space program stuff, some of that they're involved with the kind of disinfo energies.
Hold on, I'm getting kind of. Oh boy, something's happening. I'm not sure if it's an attack or not, but it's still very uncomfortable. And having.
Yep. Okay, it's okay. We can change subjects.
Yeah, I'm having issues focusing. Okay, yeah, they left now, I think.
Oh, jeez.
I had trouble focusing for a while, and then you said let's change subject. They just left.
Okay, all right. Don't worry. Sorry, guy.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable.
So, well, the reason I did that because you don't want to be on how they're. So, like with the secret space program, basically just trust your own instincts and what's going on there. That's the best way of going about it.
Yeah. Trust your own instincts. What's going on? It's not quite as exciting as it. They make it seem, it's. They make it look like a 12-foot fish, and it's only a 9-foot. So.
I mean, there are things going on though. There's something.
Oh yeah, there are things going on there.
Yeah.
But it does seem dramatized, so. It does seem like an ego trip or something there,
Yes.
Like saying like you work at a bank, you could just be a janitor. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, especially those that are on the secret space program. They're talking about all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably are connecting to some version of it, but yeah, they're sensationalizing everything to
Oh yeah.
get their makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, some blockage. Some don't want that out there, obviously.
Yeah. I'm feeling definitely more blocked right now.
Sorry about that. All right, clear out the
and that's gonna
energies.
what's that? Yeah,
I
and that's
get
gonna guide resistances.
yeah, just do clear energies.
Let me just double click so I can kind of.
I don't just feel like a good area to go into.
Yeah.
Now, that just came to mind. It's like some things need to be known, so
Oh yeah.
that's what this is all about. Well, so this is one of the areas where I felt like you bring this information out, a lot of people aren't going to like it too much. They're not going to like what they hear.
Yeah.
This is definitely one of them. There's
Yes.
more. This is
Use your discernment. Yep.
this is part of it. But once again, there is some valid. There's some of it is very valid, but not
Of
to
course. Yeah.
sensationalize part of it. So.
Yes. And although I did hear them say there is no secret space program,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more there is no quote secret space program.
Yeah, it's no secret. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
The word secret doesn't work out too well. But it is like a religion, though, because some
Mm-hmm.
people are they just love it. They just soak it all, which is good. Nothing wrong with it, but
Yeah.
they soak up everything, though. That's the thing. So,
Mm-hmm. All right. I still need to clear out one moment. Sorry.
okay, no problem. We're probably going to close out unless there's some other area you want to go into.
Well, I kind of like the Martians because I do feel like they want me to ask others to communicate with them, and to an extent, they're more willing to speak with people. I think. So I feel like I'm then obligated to say that if someone's connecting wants to connect to that, they should, like these tribal Martian humans.
Yeah, the Martians definitely.
Yeah, that's I feel like obligated to say that they kind of greetings. We're here. Um, we're kind of there with you guys. Acknowledge us. In a sense.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's fascinating what you brought up for details.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see the ones that are kind of distorted. Not all of them are like that, but the ones
No,
that are
yeah.
distorted, that's the ones that I seem to connect with more.
It seems like the ones that are more distorted, are probably higher up.
That's
You're probably seeing that because
yeah.
you have more experience yourself, whereas I
Well,
am kind of new to this in a sense. You're connecting
well,
to them easier because you have more credit.
look at like you've seen Total Recall, right?
No, I haven't.
Oh, really? Oh, because they have mutants. They have they go to Mars, and a lot of the Martians are mutant looking.
Mm.
So that's what I'm kind of seeing too. Not
I kind
because
of
of the movie, but yeah.
I
Go
kind
ahead.
of think that like when they first started having mutants, I kind of feel like the society was probably much larger then than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And the mutants were kind of attached to the Martians.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because the mutants totally were not accepted right away. But it feels like now the mutants are more respected in some sense
Mm-hmm.
than they were
Yeah,
more than many years ago.
they kept quiet for a while.
Mm-hmm. But it feels like the mutants are now more like the elders, kind of.
So there are positive Martians that are helping us for all of them.
Yes. These humans and something do feel much more positive. They feel kind of, like I said, they feel more tribal if you connect to something like that,
Mm,
more astral, um, higher authority, or even 5D maybe.
okay.
Um, they might be connected to Aries, in some
Yes.
sense, or
Maybe in their past, more war. I think they've learned from the war side. No
hmm
more of that.
yes. So if anyone wants to connect with them, I think they might be welcome to that. Um, that's interesting. I've never heard people channeling anything like these things. So
Yeah, yeah, I've
Um,
connected to Martians in the past.
what's that?
I've connected to them in the past every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Martians, not very often, but yeah,
Okay.
it's out there
Yeah.
somewhere. But yeah, it's been a while.
Um. So yes. Any other questions you have? Any other things to observe?
I don't know. What are they? They're helping us right now, right?
And then check. Um. They are. I think they have. They kind of. They're not noticeable as
Mm-hmm.
much as
No.
other beings are. They don't take the front seat as much.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I feel like there's a lot of them that are spirit guides to humans right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um. And they're kind of wanting to acknowledge the Martian spirit guides. Um.
Oh.
They are observing. It's just still more like they're just observing things and working in the background more than anything else. Not other decision. They still kind of respect distance. They're still not as experienced as other beings are. It seems they're still kind of young, younger race. It feels like, um, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
You get that too.
Yeah, actually, well, I was kind of curious about their. So it feels like, for my feeling, they were here physically during Atlantis.
Mm.
That's my feeling from them. I don't know if they'll say anything
Um,
about that.
I'm gonna connect and see. Um, I'm not getting much information except the genetic traits. They're very geometric design might have helped design parts of Atlantis, maybe.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense. Neat.
because they're very enthusiastic about geometry. A lot of the crop circle kind of geometry, like the Martian too. I don't know. I'm just getting a lot of the geometric shapes and carvings in the ground, crop circle kind of things that on Mars itself. So, but
But
it's more astral. So.
was there Atlanteans on Mars itself in the past?
Uh, Let me see. I think I'm not getting any information to say. Hold on. Some, yes, I think. Not
Okay.
many. Um, there was no Grand Atlantean society there.
Mm-hmm.
The humans that we're in contact with, they still not. They're still different than the. They feel like maybe they have some human genes, but they're connected more to reptilians,
Mm-hmm.
which may be what you're seeing with mutations too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were underneath reptilians for some time, it feels like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or now they're more free. Um, let's see if I can get any relationship with it. They weren't. They didn't have the official council back then. It seems like they don't really have like
Mm-hmm.
official relationships with them, but some probably worked with the Atlanteans, where others didn't really care as much back then.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me see. Oh, yes, it seems like by the time that the original Earth humans were being, created, or you could call them modern humans, it seems like that's when the most of the they got their freedom. It feels like that's when getting into the start timeline. So the time the humans were created at the same time, because these humans are older in a sense than us, but still fairly young. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they're older in a sense that they weren't enslaved anymore. They got freedom before we did. It seems like. the first humans on Earth were created. They were just getting their freedom from the reptilians. It seems like.
Okay.
Um, Sorry if I was rambling that time.
No, that's okay. Well, here I have a question for the Martians or AR or both
Okay.
about our. So, from their point of view, are we technically under enslavement?
From their point of view, or
Yeah,
our time?
from their point of view.
Uh, you had your freedom, but you don't know how to use it yet.
Yeah. So, what did it say? What alien being that's mostly keeping us this way, or
I'm sorry. One more time. Sorry.
what alien being is controlling us, or whatever word is, I don't know what word, watching over us or keeping us,
Um, it feels like there's some Anunnaki at the top.
mhm,
Archon, reptilians, of course. So it feels like there's some sort of Anunnaki council, like a darker side of the Anunnaki, um, that are kind of attached to Illuminati. It feels like.
yeah. What about the bird, what the carrions, the bird species?
Uh, yes, but they're not the biggest guys in town.
They're more off world. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like they're kind of competing with other negative forces, but they're not the biggest guy in town. I'm
Hmm.
thinking.
So the
There's,
Anunnaki is the biggest.
what's
Is
that?
the Anunnaki the biggest, or
Some Anunnaki, yes, are the biggest. It seems like more than
hmm
getting. Um, but yes, the Kyrians actually feel less involved with the Anunnaki itself.
hmm
Um, it kind of seems like, from what I'm feeling, it seems like there's different sides of the Anunnaki, like, and both different sides have ideas for what Earth should be. Some want to control the Earth. Others want to, the good guys want to assist in our liberation. The ones that want to control the Earth are the ones that are having the most success right now, compared to the Kyrians.
So how about this? About some Anunnaki that look bird-like.
I'm getting, yes, there are some vulture-like Anunnaki, I think.
Hmm.
Um, the Anunnaki that are bird-like that I'm seeing are not the same as the Kyrians. They're very distinct.
Hmm.
Um, the Anunnaki feel much older, I should say, than the Kyrians
Hmm.
do.
Hmm.
Sometimes I don't know. I know the Kyrians are actually
Hmm.
supposed to be older in some senses, but just the feel of it feels a lot more. I don't know. But sorry, the third creature, the Kyrians,
Hmm.
um, kind of just feels like they're involved,
Hmm.
but that they're not. They are competing with other negative forces too. It's kind of like who can get the biggest slice of the Earth pie, you know?
So,
Who can decide the fate of Earth?
so what about the? Do you see any feline weird beings?
Um, hmm. Some,
Hmm.
I see some influence. Some of them are neutral. I'm
Hmm.
seeing a lot more. I'm getting more access to, it seems like, neutral felines,
Hmm.
more independent operators.
Hmm.
I don't know why I'm getting access to that. feels kind of almost like contract work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they work. Some are working for the Carians, of course. But it feels like some of them are actually like, being paid in a sense to work for the Carians.
Yeah.
I'm getting more easier access to the ones that are paid. It seems like 'cause they don't care quite as much. It seems like so. It's easier to connect the ones that are actually being paid to do their work.
So now, do you see any felines that are giving reptilians orders?
Yes. Um, the ones that are getting the mercenary felines are not the ones allowed to interact with reptilians. The ones more in cahoots with the Carians themselves are the ones that are commanding the reptilians.
Okay.
It's kind of like as far as the feline level is, it's kind of like you have the professionals, but you also have your sort of paramilitary mercenary types. Um, it feels like the paramilitary kinds are the ones that are look to see that the ones that are mercenaries are the ones you're gonna have the easier time connecting to or seeing on Earth. Even if they don't go on Earth that much, they're more likely to than the more professional level of feline commanders.
Interesting.
Because the ones that are more professional have a higher status, obviously. Anything else?
No. So it feels like for the Anunnaki, they know us better than anybody else. It seems.
Yeah. Didn't they have that? I think I've heard that they had a hand in creating us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though many aliens have their DNA shared with us, they definitely had a bigger hand in it. The more successful people are probably connected more to the Anunnaki in some senses, as far as bloodline, I think. Anyway,
All right.
let me see if I
Okay.
can get anything on that. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up after this.
Yeah. Yes, it does feel like the Anunnaki had a much larger hand. But there's a lot of debate and disagreement within the Anunnaki itself. The collective does not always agree on what's best to humans. But yes, it seems like it's very intense energy. It's hard to understand at times.
Okay. We'll have a different. So it feels like they're letting the Carians at one time have a influence over humanity, but then they took it away. Something like that.
Yeah, it seems like the Carians are still trying though.
Yeah, they're trying to get their hand back in.
Yeah, and in some degree they are having some minor success. Um, it feels like the Anunnaki are very slow moving.
So yeah, the Carians
That's
just
most of,
yeah, that's what you mean.
the Carians pick off what they can chew. Basically.
They think they can do everything and they're superior race or something like that.
What I'm getting as far is the sort of rivalry or competition between the Carians and the Anunnaki, and seeing that the Anunnaki are trying to they're sort of they're trying to get their wedge in, and they're trying to kind of go to things that the Anunnaki are not attentive to.
They're more aggressive than Anunnaki, I guess.
Yeah. But I still thought the Anunnaki had a larger way. They're just slower. So when the Anunnaki decide to hit, they hit slow, but they hit hard. It seems like.
Yeah.
Whereas the Carians, they just kind of, scout out and do what they can.
Yeah. They think they're the ego is what they keep throwing at me.
There's huge ego with the Carians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's we're the ones ruling your planet. Here's our ego,
Yeah.
and the Anunnaki don't have that. Makes
Right.
sense. Makes perfect sense.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, we'll give it. Okay, we'll probably go close her down. Anything else? Anything else before we get going?
Let's see. I think AR just wants to say goodbye. Seems like.
Thank you, AR. Thank you, everybody.
To say, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for being on.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a good one.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. All right, wait a minute. All right, much love, everyone, and we are all right, and we'll be back next week with well, we'll let you know. Okay, much love, blessings.
Bye.